Hi everyone. We have a very serious topic in hand today, the fragility of unearned power. Look around us. The institutions we rely on, the rights we enjoy, and the very fabric of our democratic society all did not appear out of thin air. They were built, they were carved out of oppression, molded through sacrifice, and cemented by the hard work of past leaders. Think of the giants of history, leaders who spent decades in the trenches, who listened to the grievances of the common person, and who earned their authority through sweat, tears, and a lifetime of service. When those leaders stepped into power, they carried a sincere sense of responsibility because they knew exactly what it cost to get there. But what happens when power is attained without that groundwork? What happens when authority is handed over through manipulation, shortcut routes, or inherited entitlement rather than genuine, hard-earned public trust? The truth is simple, yet disturbing. Power attained without hard work lacks the integrity required to sustain it. When a political force bypasses the work of earning leadership, it lacks the empathy and deep connection with people that true authority requires. It is like a thief stealing an expensive phone because they did not earn it, they do not value it. They may sell it for a few $100, far below its real worth, simply because they never understood what it cost. The same thing happens to a nation's institutions. When leaders acquire power without earning it through genuine service, they do not understand the value of democratic machinery they hold. Because they didn't labor to build it, they did not hesitate to weaken it, treat it cheaply, or damage its honesty for short-term benefits. Without the humbling experience of hard work, leaders quickly begin to view themselves not as a public servants, but rajas, monarchs who believe they are invincible and above the law. They surround themselves with sycophants, creating an echo chamber that completely disconnects them from reality. When leaders think they can never lose and no one tells them the truth, corruption becomes almost certain. As the great philosopher and statesman Edmund Burke famously warned, the greater the power, the more dangerous the abuse. When power is unearned, the abuse becomes a certainty. Because power by its very nature corrupts the mind. It convinces the holder that they are almighty, that their actions are beyond reproach, and that a ruler can do no wrong. They forget that their primary duty is to the people. To contrast this dangerous mindset, we must look back at those who understood that true authority is a burden of service, not a privilege of control. Mahatma Gandhi beautifully captured the essence of what leadership should be when he said, "The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace." True leaders are those who work hard and truly care about the people. They have strong values, honesty, and self-control, which help them stay away from corruption when they get great power. We must remember the lessons of history and warnings of the present. Let us look critically at how authority is claimed. Let us demand that our leaders earn their positions through transparent, dedicated, and grueling public service. If we allow leadership to be taken over by those who choose shortcuts to power, then everything built through sacrifice and hard work of the past will begin to collapse under the weight of their arrogance. And when that happens, we will not just lose institutions, we will lose the very spirit of democracy itself. Thank you.